You can say whatever you want about Fred. He ain't a bitch. I'm back with another drunk reaction, and today I'm drinking a Gwyneth, as I almost never am. If you want to know what a Gwyneth is, there'll be a link in the description. And today I'm going to do something really off the board. Nobody saw this coming. I'm watching episode 16 of season 13 of Supernatural. Completely fucking random. I've never done a previous episode of Supernatural. I'll probably do the final 7 episodes coming up in the fall of Supernatural. Most likely, I mean, that's probably what's going to happen. So I'll do those, but we're going to have a random episode from season 13 and then the final 7 episodes of the entire series, and that's the only ones I'm ever going to do because I've seen the rest of them. I watched every episode with Dad. I mean, he died about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, I guess, right now. So he hasn't seen the last season and a half, I guess we would call it. He didn't see season 14 or the rest of season 15. But I watched the first 13 seasons with him. Now I think about it, this is one of the last episodes before, he only saw the season 13. That's interesting. Yeah. Anyway, the reason I haven't seen this episode is because Dad refused to watch it. And I've explained this in other places, but basically all the TV watching I was doing with Dad. And we'd sit there and watch shit together. We'd talk about it, and we would never watch it if the other one wasn't available. It'd be on DirecTV. There'd be a list of shit that we hadn't seen. Then we'd go through and we'd just watch a bunch of shit together, right? He couldn't do anything the last few years of his life, but watch TV. That's about all he could do. So I would spend hours with him, and I'd go do some work in my office at his house, come out, watch some more shit with him, go home at some point. But he refused to watch this episode because it's a crossover with Scooby Doo, and he hated Scooby Doo. I don't know what Scooby Doo ever did to him. He just fucking hated it, and I wasn't going to argue with him. And I saw no reason to watch the shit by myself. I think I had Netflix back then. I don't know Supernatural. I just never got around to watching it by myself. It didn't seem important. But I was thinking, I kind of want to see, before with the last season being on, and I want to have seen every episode of the series before we get into the final 7. If I'm going to watch it, I might as well record myself watching it. What the fuck? So this is just a one-off. It's a bizarre one-off. Kind of a tribute to my dad, I guess. I mean, of course, he would never want to. He'd never watch it, right? He didn't want to see it. So anyway, let's do this shit. I have a feeling this is going to be a really wild episode. It's already starting off wild. The fuck? Green Barney is kicking your ass, boy. You guys are a disgrace, man. You've had entire fucking demons. You fought the Knights of Hell, man. And you're letting fucking Green Barney kick your ass? Pitiful.
Okay. Guys, this is Jay. He's the big man around this neighborhood.
Yeah, we don't need to know anything about it. We're about to go.
Chinese joint.
Well, didn't act like the first time, Jack. We should probably do some digging.
Everything all right?
Damn. That dude is up their ass, man.
Right. The Demon Cave. Or Fortress of Demon 2. Just still trying to figure that one out. We got foosball.
I don't think they ever came in here again.
Obviously.
So it's a cursed TV, huh? Everything in that place is cursed.
What just did? You're a cartoon. I'm a cartoon.
Dad was wrong. This is excellent.
This is a dream. It's got here. I have the keys in my pocket.
One of the things is, by the way,
bumping you about this?
that was happening with Supernatural is there were only 2 lead actors, not 6, or fucking 12 like in Lost, right? The more lead actors you have, the more you can give people time off. Like this lead, because they're working 6 hours, 6 days a week, 12 to 14 hours a day. Like, those massive fucking hours for a TV show, right? But you don't work those hours if you have 6 or 8 lead actors, right? So the first 3 seasons, it was just these 2. That was it. They were in every fucking scene except for the open, the teaser. There would be completely other characters, but every other scene in the fucking episodes for the first 3 seasons, they were in them.
We're in Scooby Doo.
Let me pause this shit, man. I don't want to miss it. So the problem was, it was wearing them down. Like that's just too many goddamn hours. It's just they only have two actors. One or both of them are in every fucking scene. You can't maintain that. Like that's just killer. Adding Cass helped. Having Bobby helped. Because anything where you could just have like Dean and Bobby one week, and then Sam and Bobby the next week, the other one's getting some time off, right? But even that wasn't enough. So what they started doing is they started doing at least one episode every season that the guys were barely in it. Like that one season there was a werewolf episode, which is like a found footage kind of thing where the girl was shooting all the shit, and they had a couple scenes within what she was shooting, and then they showed up at the very end of the fucking episode, and they found the tapes, and they had apparently been watching these tapes and shit. That was one example. Many of the weekend at Bobby's, like it was all about him. They started doing shit like that, and then having a bunch of storylines with Crowley and shit like that. Like anything they can do to have scenes that Sam and Dean are not in, so they can fucking the actors can get some time off. Although it would have never made it 15 seasons if they hadn't been incorporating all these strategies. This is another case of that. They can go into a fucking voiceover booth sometime in June or July or some shit. And just fucking record their lines. Because I'm sure they had to do that to give time for the animation, right? They had to do that. They probably record. This is the first thing they probably did for the whole season, even though it didn't come out till episode 16, right? Give the animators time to work on it. So this was another example of that. Like, anything you can fucking do, anything you can do to give these two guys time off, they did. And it was as a filmmaker, it was really fun to watch them every year and see how the fuck they were going to try to get some time off. A lot of cast centric episodes. Cassio really helped them a lot with that shit. All right, let's get back to it. I love this fucking open.
Great. So we're stuck in a cartoon with a talking dog.
Not just any talking dog.
Why are you such a downer, man?
Talking dog. The greatest talking
Yeah, what about
dog
the dope?
in history.
There better be a marijuana joke in this shit.
On Daphne. We do the same thing. We go to spooky places. We solve mysteries. We fight ghosts.
Except our ghosts don't wear
That's why
masks,
this is such a natural for a crossover.
We don't have a talking dog.
Scooby Doo's had crossover with more things, and like they did one with Joker, right? They've had crossovers with everybody, man. It's kind of cool to think about.
Sam and I are actually mystery solvers too. Mind if we tag along?
Kick mud.
Sounds
Unless
like
you
a
got some
swell
dope.
idea. In fact,
oh, heck yes.
Come on, man. How can you not like this shit, man? This is fucking excellent. How can you not like this? Yeah, that's Castiel, by the way. He's going to be the one to get him out of here.
attorney of the late Colonel Sanders.
Really? Colonel Sanders? Really?
I mean, spend the night in a haunted house for $1 million? That can't be legal.
Sam, come on. That house isn't really haunted.
I'm not.
And things like this happen all the time.
Well, yeah, maybe in a car.
Yeah, shut up, motherfucker.
Dude, what's
Shut the fuck up.
Do you just want more time to try and get with Daphne?
Do not ruin this for me.
Meanwhile, like, Velma's literally single, right? Daphne, I guess, is with Fred, but I mean, maybe Velma's a lesbian. I don't fucking know, but you at least shoot your shot, right?
Boys and girls don't sleep in the same room, silly. Come on, Velma.
Meow.
Guess you're with me, Slugger.
Yep.
Awesome.
Just know, Fred likes a spoon on the outside. Don't ask me how I know that.
It's called a sleeping robe. Between you and me, it's freaking comfortable. It's like I'm wrapped in.
Please
hugs.
tell me you're not swinging free down there.
Those new guys are kind of groovy. Sure, Dean's all right. But that big lug, what a dummy. Haunted, sheesh, like that's a real thing. Huh.
Jesus, you're a fucking hater.
Nothing.
Holy
Just-
shit. I don't know much about Scooby-Doo. Of course, I saw it as a kid, obviously, right? But I don't remember much. I do have some kind of understanding that some of the seasons, most of the seasons, the ghosts weren't real. It was always somebody faking, pretending to be a ghost. But I think there was at least one season, some incarnation where the ghosts were real. And that was the twist, right? That there's actually real ghosts. So I wonder which one they're in, because that fucking matters, man.
He's dead. Like really actually dead.
Jesus.
Jinkies. Jeepers.
Fantastic.
That means we can too. Doesn't matter if we die. Scooby-Doo could die. And that's not happening. Not on my watch. Take a bullet for that dog.
There has to be a logical explanation
You know,
for what's going on.
I just spent a lot of time directing voiceover. It seemed, and maybe they were directed this way, so I'm not throwing any shade on the actors, right? But it seems like Jensen is really putting everything into his voiceover performance. He's putting everything. Jared just seems to be kind of phoning it in. Like again, though, like that could be the direction. So all I know is all I can talk about is what I hear, and I'm hearing like the full depth of personality, the inflection, the enthusiasm coming from Jensen, which fits his character for the situation. And I'm not hearing it from Jared.
Castiel, the Scooby Gang.
Castiel, it sounds like a great Italian pizza place.
Oh, shut up.
I'm back from Syria with fruit from the tree of life.
That'll come into play later.
Started by a pack of gin. I killed most of them, bargained with the rest. Think I'm technically married to their queen now.
Fantastic.
Go that slow. Well, the mystery machine is a lot faster than it looks. Oh yeah. Well, let's see.
It does make sense. They would have the. Of course, they could have burned this in there, right? But it makes sense that they would have had the cartoon finished in time to shoot this with the cartoon actually on the TV, just because of the production times,
And they were both in that pawn shop. Maybe this is all connected.
Killer stuffed dinosaur?
Hey, stop listening in. Oh, shit. I'm seeing purple shit. You believe now, Velma? God damn it.
You must say we're on.
Man, he's a G. I'll give him that. You can say whatever you want about Fred. He ain't a bitch.